It's the simple fact. Even you don't have to write this special endorsement. All you got to do is know how to write this essentially right here, as in who you are, the executive of the Treasury, authorized representative, or the beneficiary. Essentially, you know how to sign that autograph, and then you give them instructions on what you want to do with the instrument, essentially, because how you sign it. The extra letter, the cover letter, is what you're going to be used to apply your instructions. Hey, if you don't apply a cover letter, you know how to enforce the document. Then, as long as you address it to who it needs to be paid to. I didn't do the 45-degree angle because I didn't feel like it was needed in this aspect. It doesn't matter how you put it on there, as long as you have the wording correctly. The wording looks like this. Let me show y'all exactly what it looks like for those who don't know what it looks like. Let me put it on the big screen for y'all. Where's this motherfucking book? Zero out your account. And people should have this book already. What does this look like to y'all right here, man? Come on, man. Hold up. What the fuck though? This goes to the Treasury. Treasury. If you're gonna send it to the CFO, make sure you have a letter of credit to the Treasury. If you have a letter of credit to the Treasury and you send it to the Treasury, let them know that they're using your credit, then that's giving the Treasury heads up, and then you can reach back out to the CFO or CEO because you write your information on that instrument, giving them the authority to utilize the instrument. So you can do that too, Casey. It's just that understanding what you're doing first, because if you're not dealing with the company in itself, then you're dealing straight with the United States Department of Treasury. Everybody should screenshot that. This is something that you need to be familiar with. You can stamp it, put it in words, however you want to do it. It's just an example of how would you address the payment order. This is what it looks like, essentially. How would you sign or how would you fill it out with a special endorsement? This is how you turn it into a money order. This is why this is important more. You're actually right, because they don't know nothing about let me go out of this non-publication 1212. 551. What is this one? 950. 706. This is creditors in that bond. Notice oh no, that's actually, I'm gonna keep that. That's something else completely different. Look at this, how creditors in that bonds is how creditors in bonds complying. Look at this. Look at creditors in their bonds. Casey, because this is where you should be at. You should be in here, Casey. Look at this, Casey. You should be in here. No excuses. No excuses, Casey. Because you already got the book. Notice a pre-authorized use of credit. Whoever the Treasury's name is, Mr. Snow or Mrs. Whoever, I hereby authorize ABC Corporation to use my exemption through FedWire through the TTL account of a claimant's bank. You see what I'm saying? To settle the above reference account by adjustment and offset through the undersigned's private set-off account as follows. Credit the order of ABC Corporation, the amount. Value written in words, not the number. You know what I'm saying? For further credit to account number to be supplied by current beneficiary, the debtor, set off account number, you see what I mean? The close account number here. And then also, you please use your private set off account for adjustments of fees associated with this organization. By here, the bond number here. See what I'm saying? So it's already there, it's self-explanatory, mama. It's just a letter of credit how we address the Treasury, because this is basically us sending it to the Treasury of what's supposed to be Treasury, because this is basically us sending it to the Treasury of what's supposed to be done. It's not. I'm gonna be honest, Casey. There's only one way to pay off shit. It's notices. Everybody keep doing it incorrectly. No one is literally giving the valid notices behind these instruments. It's essentially one way to pay it off is through notice. Now, how the instrument looks is completely different. How it's been addressed to your situation is also completely different. You know what I'm saying? It's only one way to pay this shit off is through notices, through instruments, the paper. That's the only way this can be paid off. Or rather, let me put it this way. Set off, offset, discharge. You know what I'm saying? In the aspects of receiving recoupment, just compensation, shit like that.
The
Because
only
we
way to
can't pay
pay
for
is
nothing.
with interest. If you ain't paying it with interest, then it hadn't been settled.
So now that, let's get off this. So now let's go back. Now let's go back to page 12. Why did I fucking do that? Damn. No, I do not want that. Let me see what. Sorry, listen. A depth instrument right here. Let's look at it over this way, guys. Let's check this out. I think after I read to where, let me see. I'm gonna read all the way down here. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this. I think I'm gonna read this because CDs is very, very important. Certificate of deposits is very, very important. And then they also break down the concept of bear CDs, all that. I think I'm gonna read all of this. Probably stop to. Damn. What do I want to stop at? What's a good one to stop at? Discount on short. I think I'm gonna stop right here. Discount on short-term obligations, because a lot of y'all are not dealing with. Well, some of y'all are dealing with short-term obligations, but a lot of y'all are dealing with long-term obligations. So I can stop right here because I have something to do. And then actually I want to keep going because it talks about election to report all interest as an OID, and it's very important because we gotta these things, you guys. That's why that's important. We gotta report these things. So I think I'm gonna read all the way down to right. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going until I get tired. How about that? All right. So it says a debt instrument such as a bond, a note. Let me put it this way because that's what I meant, you guys. We on debt discounts on debt instruments. Terms you may need to know. We already read those 3 or 4 terms. All right. It says a debt instrument such as a bond, note, debenture, or other evidence of indebtedness that bears no more than current market rate usually will be issued at less than its face amount. This discount is, in effect, additionally interest income. The following are some types of discounted debt instrument. I have to read that again because I don't like how I read that. A debt instrument, such as a bond, note, debenture, or other evidence of indebtedness that bears no interest or bears interest at a lower than current market rate usually will be issued at less than its face amount. The discount is, in effect, additionally interest income. The following are some types of discounted debt instruments: U.S. Treasury bills, corporate bonds, municipal bonds, certificates of deposits, notes between individuals. Who is the individual? You are the company. Inslee is strip bonds and coupons. That's something you're going to also be familiar with too. And collateralized debt obligations, CDOs. That's also they're going to be talking about this. The discount on these instruments, except municipal bonds, is taxable in most instances. The discount on municipal bonds generally is not taxable, but see state or local government obligations early for exceptions. See also remix, facets, and other CDOs later for information about where the fuck did I go? Did I click on that? Yes, I did. Accidentally. Shit. What the fuck? I skipped way ahead of me. I wasn't even trying to be over here. How did I get back over here? I'm sorry, you guys. Right here. It says, for information about applying for the rules discussed in these sections to the regular interest holder of a real estate mortgage investment conduit, a financial asset securitization investment trust, other CEOs. See, Gene Keating talks about these things. This is why it's very, very important of those who's looking to listen to Gene Keating, because all he does is talks about the Remix, the Fastets, and other CDOs, these securities, about how these companies is not filing taxes and how they're backed by insurance or what they're doing on the back end. See, this is what Gene Keating talks about. You know what I mean? But people don't read enough to understand what he's talking about. It says original issue discount. An OID is a form of an interest. You generally include OID in your income as it accrues over the term of the debt instrument, whether or not you receive any payments from the issuer. Who is the issuer? You are the issuer, okay? And it's a simple fact that you're the issuer, the maker, the drawer of all instruments, then why are you not reporting OID? Because they report it. You need to report it. A debt instrument generally has an OID when the instrument is issued for a price that is less than the stated redemption price at maturity. Because in the calculations, the way that the instrument is being played out is seen to you, you don't even know the value of it when after it's done or after it's been assessed to you. So you only think that you only pay that value or that amount right then and there.
This is what I was talking about yesterday, about the OIDs and how if you're paying a monthly payment, you're supposed to be getting a copy of the OID so that you know the company is actually turning one in.
You know what I mean? But no, it's not like that. They have a whole other value inside the instrument that that you're not aware of. So it says a debt instrument generally has an OID when the instrument is issued for a price that is less than the stated redemption price at maturity of an OID. It says it's the difference between the stated redemption price and the maturity of the issued price, all right? All debt instruments that pay no interest before maturity are presumed to be issued at a discount. Zero coupon bonds are one example of these instruments. What the fuck is a zero coupon bond? That's something I need to figure out. The OID accrual rules generally do not apply. What the fuck am I clicking on? The OID accrual rules generally do not apply to short-term obligations, those with a fixed maturity date of 1 year or less from the date of issue. It says the minus OID. You can treat the discount as zero if it is less than 1/4 of 1%. 0.0025 of the stated redemption price at maturity multiplied by the number of 4 years from the date of the original issue to maturity. Okay, this is the formula. This is one of the formulas essentially, and how they actually get their price on the instrument, okay? It says you can treat the document. Hold on, it says your name has multiple municipal bonds carried into the public trust. They tell you only that is a scam. Well, Jonathan, I'm trying to comprehend what you're saying. Essentially, that the fact of you're trying to say about what they're hiding in the public and what they're not telling us in the public. That's what you're referencing or referring to. Public and what they're not telling us in the public. That's what you're referencing or referring to.
You don't have to worry about the calculations. That the company, if they do it, they'll do the calculations, but if not, the IRS will. But you have to know how to signal to them that the company didn't do a OID at all. That's why I'm telling y'all to go and read it.
What is your question, Jonathan? I'm not adding no one up here right now. I'm trying to figure out what your question. I'm sorry, I had a phone call. That's why I couldn't tap in. So say your name has municipal bonds carried into the public trust. They tell you on that it's a scam. Well, of course, if your name has bonds and bondage back to it, essentially, because your name is a state, a trust, so it's utilized in the state. It's utilized as property. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. They're taking your name and they're stealing it. Well, they take it as property and they're stealing it, and it has a value for it. It's a part of your estate. That's essentially, you know what I'm saying, what that is. But I'm trying to figure out your question as in, like, who's telling you what is a scam? Would you mind explaining, Jonathan, real quick, brother? Because you kind of, you know what I'm saying, it ain't. minus OID. In the case of a debt instrument providing for more than one stated principal payment, an installment of obligation in the minus formula described above is modified, okay? See, I'm instead of getting text messages, y'all just want to text message me and while I'm on live, and I come on, man, like, damn, I'm seeing some of y'all that's on live texting me right now, essentially, and it's like it's messing up my live, you guys, like, DM me direct. I have 2 phones to answer the DMs and things like that. I'm sorry, you guys. I got thrown off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really got thrown off because I got bombarded. This is information reporting requirement only does not change. I believe that the alleged lender is not the holder. This information reporting requirement. I believe that the alleged.
Okay, what he's trying to say is every company that has a monthly amount due should be filing a OID or INT. You should then get your copy, which is I think copy B, and that lets you know that they did it. And then you will probably get a check. But if you hadn't seen, because I've never gotten a copy B of an OID. If you are like me and have never gotten an OID from no companies, then you need to go read the OID instructions so that you can fill out an OID for each and every company that should be filling out one. And I could tell y'all that the utilities is being done 2 different ways. So they're supposed to be filling out one, but some of them are cooperatives. So in that case, it works a little bit different, but they're supposed to be filing, and you would get refunds from all of that. Okay? Let's see. Hey, Carissa, you're welcome. Trying to see what else I need to give y'all.
Come on, bruh. Ski Mask was in my class. He understands exactly what I'm talking about. Interstate commerce. The prosecutor will not sign anything. DDA is a direct demand deposit account. The prosecutor ain't gonna sign no affidavit. Do y'all understand when you gotta be sworn into the record for penalty of perjury? Perjury where it's at. This is where it means where an unrebutted affidavit stands truth in commerce. Because for you to rebut my affidavit, you gotta come with another one. So this is where it gets sticky. When you guys mail these people your notices, do you have an affidavit to mail in? The affidavit to mail in verifies all the contents inside that package that you sent off. Because these people like to play dirty. These people will say, oh, I received an empty envelope. This is why I use a notary. This is why I'm a notary. Because I know with my affidavit to mail in, I can verify all the contents in that package. So if I got to come on the stand for you, I can be like, nah, man. John Adam Doe, I sent this notice out on his behalf. We acknowledge. You got to understand how a notary works, in the job of a notary. You're missing it. Notaries do acknowledgments. So notaries act as a secretary. Notaries have the same power as a secretary of state. So they're able to do depositions as well. They're able to record things that's being conversated inside that courtroom. So when you guys go to a courtroom that's not a court of record, why don't you get a notary? Because the notary's job is to record stuff. They can't stop the secretary of state from recording information. That's why y'all don't know what y'all talking about. This is why I know y'all don't know what y'all talking about. This is why I know y'all getting spanked in that courtroom. And this is why y'all keep coming to me when your house is on fire, when they're trying to foreclose.
Or this is why y'all keep coming to me when that repo man spinning the block. So I'm giving it for free. I'm not telling y'all to sign up for nothing. Adverse possession, prove there's not a contract. Everything is based on contracts. The Uniform Commercial Code is based on contracts. Legal tender, dishonor of tender. Y'all gotta understand what these contracts mean. Failure to respond to a business letter. These are corporations. American state, you're already a national. I was born in Florida, which makes me a Floridian. That's my nationality. But I'm a private American.
And that's your country when dealing with the IRS.
And think about this, you got two notary stamps verifying that they defaulted. So this is how the process works, right? Go to a notary, do your process, you get your default. The next notary verifies that process, signs off on that judgment. The next notary signs off on the next process. So when it's time to go into that courtroom and the judge asks for what evidence you have, judge, I'd like to submit this into the record. What is this? Oh, here's my notice of default. Notice of default. Yeah, I corresponded with the prosecutor to provide me with valid claims that everything they're saying is true and factual. They failed to respond. Here's a default notice. He look at that prosecutor. This is how you invoke equity.
This is why I tell y'all, when y'all keep saying that you're sending stuff and they're ignoring it, never send them anything. Incorporate everything into the administrative process. So when they ignore it, that's immediately dishonoring it. Ignoring it should be a good thing if you did it the right way, because you win.
This is how you get equity. Because corporations can only do deals with corporations. Period. You gotta have evidence in your favor. No hearsay shit. No hearsay, nothing. When you do just like a debt validation, right? You guys do debt validation letters, giving them 30 days. No. All your you can do your administrative process in 21 days if you do it the correct way. Same thing with child support. The Department of Revenue is a corporation. They have an EIN number, just like Walmart. You just gotta make sure it's documented. So notaries, when you understand the administrative process, we're able to document like tenders and payments. When they default you against your instruments under the UCC. Your fee schedule. If you have a valid fee schedule, so let me show y'all something real quick. Hold on right quick, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all my fee schedule. And I'm gonna give y'all an example of when y'all go against these companies, right? And you wanna get them into arbitration. Arbitration is a private matter. I don't have any classes right now, because I just got done finishing up I had a 911 emergency with a client, so I had to help them out real quick. But I'm gonna give y'all an example real fast, 1 second. Yeah, make sure y'all stay in honor. Let me see, hold on real quick. All right, no, I'm gonna pull my camera up real fast. So this is my updated fee schedule. So when you're doing your administrative process, right, with these agencies, right, and you let them know failure to provide a contract signed by the parties is a $5 million fee, and you hit their ass with a legitimate invoice, it's a wrap. But you got to be able to document this process the correct way. So you got to make sure everything's in order. Time in court. You understand the acting under colorable law, colorable authority. And I'm going to give y'all some help too. For everybody that's dealing with police officers and everybody who keeps saying this is a sovereign citizen movement, I'm going to end that right now. Hold on. I'm going to end that right now in my live. Shoot me an email. You can go to my link tree for a consultation. I do 2-hour consultations to give you enough time to ask your questions and for me to be able to give you some information. Hold on, right quick. This is for all my non-believers. We're gonna end that right here, right now.
Y'all like
so
the
we have the
video.
county sheriff's handbook. So this is for everybody who's saying that what we're doing is not true and factual. I'm the messenger, man. I'm here to give y'all life right now. And I'm not asking y'all for anything right now. My consultations, well, it's me and my wife right now, so we're doing it 500, but it's 2 hours to break down this process for you. So again, for all the naysayers that want to exercise their right to travel and they're scared, what does it say? So it says, the law of the land consists of the Constitution, written by we the people under the authority of God to empower, control, restrict servants. Common law, which is written by God in the hearts of men. Constitutional statutes, which are written by legislators. Any statute code outside of the aforesaid, and there are many, is null and void. So, hold on, what? This is my shit. This is the what? What document is this? This is the county sheriff's handbook. So county sheriffs deputize the officers in your state. It's in my bio. It's in the bio. It's in the bio, family. So here we go. The county sheriff who deputizes all the police officers that work within your state. The county sheriff also has the duty to enforce the common law, which is written by God in the hearts of men. There are two common law principles that guide us in knowing the common law. In order for there to be a crime, there must be an injured party. What did I just say? In order for there to be a crime, there must be an injured party, and the government in general cannot be the injured party. So when it says the state of Texas versus you, the state of Florida versus you, doesn't it say that the government in general cannot be the injured party? For every injury, there must be a remedy, which invokes equity, right?
Record.
Come on now. But y'all, this is their material. This is their material. And it tells you what's in here. This is a good read. And I spank them every time I don't have no issues traveling. Like, I post all the videos. Police officers in Texas do not bother me, bro. They don't bother me at all. I never get pulled over. I have private tags on all my automobiles. I never get pulled over. I don't know how many times I gotta show y'all that, but y'all be watching these videos and sending me videos of people getting pulled over with these American State Nationals tags. I mean, come on. How do you beat a speeding ticket? So speeding, again, this is educational purposes only. I'm not offering any legal advice. For a speeding ticket, was there any probable cause for the stop for you to get a ticket? Because speeding is a traffic infraction, which is not a crime. So if it isn't a crime, if it's not a crime, it's not a crime. So I'm gonna give you something too. What state are you in? What state are you in? Oh, I'm gonna give y'all something else, man, just to separate myself from other people. So I want y'all to go to this website and use this website. So if y'all see anybody else sharing this website on TikTok, remember y'all got it from me. So martindale.com is where you can look up all attorneys and judges in your state. So if you want to find out what type of judge you got, type his name in here. You can pull up all his information. His ISLN number too as well. So it's martindale.com. Go to martindale.com. Once you go to martindale.com, go to the search bar. So if you already know who your prosecutor is, type the name in there. If you know your judges' names, type the name in there. So Alabama, everything's the same. I'm gonna pull up Texas real quick since I'm in Texas. One second. I'm gonna pull up the definition for Texas. I'm in Texas. Hold on. The transportation code too, so you can see it. And I'm gonna show you how to beat that ticket. All the states are the same. So hold on real quick, I'm gonna pull it up. 1 second. All right. So for the state of Texas, right? If let's say for Texas, you got a traffic ticket. You got a traffic ticket for speeding, and it says person failure to identify, person operating a motor vehicle. The first place I would go is their definitions. And again, this ain't not type. This is Penal Code general provisions for Texas, and I go down to where it says person, and I would get this case dismissed on the grounds of lack of jurisdiction. Because why? They're operating off of the assumption that I'm a person. And the definition of a person in Texas means an individual or a corporation,
Y'all like the video.
association,
Y'all
limited
want to like the
liability
video.
company,
These
or
people be
other
making y'all
entity,
cash out them.
organization governed by business organization codes. So I would
These
direct the
classes be
prosecutor.
$500.
Sir, do you,
They may be
Your Honor,
making
can you
y'all
direct the prosecutor to
cash out.
submit any documentation or Admiralty maritime contract that I signed? That I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Can you do that? He ain't gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. I'm telling y'all right now, he's not gonna do that. He ain't fucking with you. Why? Because he's gonna be held fully liable. What's going on? Look at the sources right here. So if you could talk to the judge, I'm a little confused because by law it says a person means an individual, corporation, association, limited liability company. So you ain't talking about me. I'm right on Amazon. That's all on Amazon. This is why I teach in my class. I'm thinking about doing another, like a mini class, but I'm trying to give y'all this sauce. The material in your freedom is right here in the information that they provide you. So again, how are you able to prove that they're operating under a colorable law? So we can start fighting back when we start waking up, right? We can start fighting back when we start waking up, right? What is acting under a colorable authority? Acting under a colorable authority because you think it means what you, come on. Colorable authority because you think it means what you, come on, y'all. Person, place, or thing, and they've been telling y'all that ever since y'all were children. Since you was going to elementary school, they said a noun is a person, place, or thing, and you started assuming that you were a person, right? So when you start sending your kids to school, don't blame your kids when they start becoming the consumer. Because that's all they're teaching your kids is to be the consumer versus the creator. See, what I do, I create thinkers and bankers. Thinkers and bankers. Y'all send your kids to school, and the schools are ran by the bankers. And they tell your kids that they're a person because a noun means a person, place, or thing. And you have your kids assuming that they're a person. That is your fault. So if you're sending your kids to school on a day-to-day basis, and you got them teachers saying that, yeah, a noun is a person, place, or thing, and your kids are being brought up thinking that they're a person, that is your fault. That's why I homeschool. A person means an individual. An individual means a corporation. So don't get it twisted. A person means an individual, and an individual means a corporation. It means the same thing. So when they say a person failure to identify, that means a corporation, an individual, an association, or a limited liability company failed to identify themselves. So yeah, they are correct. You gotta kill that assumption. Affidavit of truth. This is how we're gonna fight back by understanding the definitions, y'all. So acting under a colorable authority. The officer was acting under a colorable authority because he assumed that I was a person. So, Your Honor, can you direct the prosecutor to submit any documentation that verifies that I'm a person or that I'm a U.S. citizen? This is why I recommend everyone to get their FOIA request done, because your FOIA request is gonna let them know off the muscle that you're not a U.S. citizen. And this is Texas statute. This ain't none of my shit. This is their words. This is why they don't mess with me. When I did my administrative process, I told the district attorney, sheriff's office, the Supreme Court, everybody that what it was, man. And when you look at the definition of a driver, I'm gonna show you what a commercial vehicle is too. In Texas, it says a commercial vehicle in Texas is designed to transport passengers for compensation. It tells you that if you're not getting paid to travel from point A to point B, you are not operating in commerce. Period. But the reason why these cops operate off of presumptions because they think you don't know no better. People don't want to go to court. When you sign that citation, you agree to that what? You're going to go to court. So we're going to go here. Texas definitions, Texas penal section. I'm giving y'all a source. This ain't no guru books, none of that. I'm giving y'all a source. So we're going to go to